Welcome to episode 16. 1-6. We sweet 16 up in here. Let's go. We got some big news. What Mr. Wills thinks has gotten the opportunity, has gotten the privilege. We are going to be having a little booth. We're going to be having a booth over there at a Disabilities Expo in LA this upcoming March. We will have way more information about it when the date gets closer. We'll possibly even have a special guest next week to help me explain what's going to happen that weekend. But we are very excited here at what Mr. Wills thinks because we're about to go off. We're about to boom. Everything's about to just take off, skyrocket into the sky. Yeah, and also, I wanted to bring up that we are less than 30 days, 1 month from the World Cup. It's crazy. World Cup usually played in the summertime, but this time it's going to be played in the fall. I can't wait. We're going to see all the world's best competed out just so we can see who's going to hoist the World Cup trophy at the end of the fall. We'll see what happens. Next week, we will be talking a little bit more about the Fall Classic because it should be upon us. Sorry, Dodger fans, you're not in it. I'm not sorry. Anyways, we're going to move right on to it. It's going to be a little quick, short episode. Last week in the football picks in week 7, I started off great. The only losses I had were the super big upsets, Tampa Bay and Green Bay and the LA Charger games. Those are my only 3 losses the whole day. But I did end up losing the Monday night game, so I ended up finishing with a record of 10-4. Woo! I thought I was gonna go really good and almost perfect. But we're gonna start off by looking over what week 8 looks like, and let's hit the music, my boy. Boom! On Thursday night, we have the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Tampa Bay Bucks. Man, Tampa Bay has been struggling. Tom Brady going through a little something personal in his life, a little divorcee, and kind of affecting his play on the field. Would you say? I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay. I'm gonna ride that Tom Brady ride one more time. We're gonna see if he can do it because they playing in Tampa Bay. We'll see what he can do. Then the London. You got the London game. You got the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Both of them coming in at 2-5. I'm gonna have to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars, though. Denver looks like they have a little bit more struggle at their quarterback position. So I'm gonna go with Jacksonville in that one. Then you have Chicago, who coming off a win on Monday night, going against the Dallas Cowboys. I guess Dak Prescott didn't watch last week's episode and didn't listen to Mr. Gilberto Lozano when he told him to keep his headphones on, boo. But he didn't. So, because of that, I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys because I think Dak Prescott is finally catching his rhythm now. Took him a while, but he's got it. Then we got my Vegas Raiders versus the New Orleans Saints at New Orleans. You already know where we're going with. It's on the hat. That's going to be right there. That's where we're going with. The black and silver. Then you got the Arizona Cardinals versus the Minnesota Vikings, who are 5-1. I'm going to go with Minnesota just because they're hot right now and they're playing at home. Then you got the Miami Dolphins versus the Detroit Lions. Oh, upset alert. I'm picking Detroit over Miami. I see an upset coming for some reason. I don't know. I feel it. Detroit's only 1-5, but they're going to beat them. They're going to beat Miami. Upset. That's going to be an upset this week. Then you have the Carolina Panthers, who beat Tom Brady and the Bucks last week, versus the ATL Atlanta Falcons. We're going to go with the Atlanta Falcons because they're home. I like Marcus Mariota. He's pretty nice. Then you got the New England Patriots versus the New York Jets. The Jets are a different beast this year. They're sitting at 5-2. So I'm going to have to go with the New York Jets. Hopefully they can pull it off. Then you got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Philly's still undefeated. They were on a bye week last week. I'm going to have to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they can go 7-0. Then we have the Tennessee Titans versus the Houston Texans, who are 1 win, 4 losses, and 1 tie. I'm going with the Tennessee Titans because, like I said before, I see them. They're catching rhythm, and I don't see them stopping anytime soon. So I'm going with the Titans on that one. And you got the big game that's going to be coming up this week in LA. Then you got the 49ers staying praying versus the LA Rams in LA. I'm going to go with the LA Rams, who are coming off a bye week, so they had time to fix their problems. So I'm going with the LA Rams. Then you got the Washington Commanders versus the Indianapolis Colts. OMG, I am picking Washington Commanders. I believe that is the first time this year I'm picking the Commanders, but they're a surprising team. Indies have a little trouble at the quarterback position. I heard they benched Matty Ice and they want Sam Ehlinger to start. He's a good quarterback, but Washington has a little bit more organized, so to speak. So I see them winning that game, even though they are the away team. Then you have the New York Giants versus the Seattle Seahawks, who surprisingly beat the LA Chargers in LA last week. But I'm gonna have to stick with the New York Giants on that one. I see them winning that one. And you have the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers. Man, he's having a hard year this year versus the Buffalo Bills. That's the Sunday night game. Woo! In Buffalo on Sunday night prime time. I'm going with Buffalo because you know what Carrie Underwood. I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. Hit that music. Then on Monday Night Football, you got the Battle of Ohio, the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Cleveland Browns, and the doggo. But I got the Bengals getting down one. Cincinnati's gonna take down one. This week on the bye week, there's only 2 teams on the bye week, and it's the Kansas City Chiefs and the LA Chargers. Both of those teams are on the bye week. We're gonna end the show with all the teams that I picked right here on the screen. And next week, we'll have more information of that Disability Expo that's going to be popping off in March. It's going to be big. It's going to be huge. What Mr. Will thinks it's going to take off. If you want to be a part of this takeoff, like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Get involved in these picks right here. Get involved in the pick. Look it up. Let me know who you think is going to win. Even if you just pick 1 or 2 teams, I don't care. Do it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Follow the new page. Follow the new Instagram page. Everything. Tell me we're getting up. We're going up. Like the great Xavier Woods says. Keep it tight. You ain't know what I say. Rock chalk. That's right. Break it down. Baka.
Gotta keep going, life's a never-ending dance. You gotta keep going, there's always another chance. You gotta keep going, life's a never-ending dance. You gotta keep going, there's always another chance. I've been trying so hard not to fall apart. To play my part, I had to journey this far.